And it's all about basketball, Stanbic Aces as well as Stanbic Shields. We want to get to hear how the season has been so far, what ambitions they have, and whether they've achieved what they set for the season, if they have achieved half of what they set out for the season. I'm joined with Celia Okumu. Good afternoon, Celia. How are you?
Good afternoon, Robinson. Good
to have you here on Scoreline. The last time you were here, you were representing the national team.
Yes.
Yes, and also we do have Anthony Aura. Anthony, good to have you here. How are you?
I'm very well, Robinson. Good afternoon.
Well rested?
Yes.
Ready for Tuesday?
Yes.
No, you don't have a game on Tuesday.
Not on Tuesday. We have a game on Sunday.
On Sunday?
Yes.
Yeah, it's Celia they have a game on Tuesday. Celia, how's the season been so far?
So far we've had a very good run. A very good run. Specifically, we've had, out of the 19 games we've played, we've managed to win 17. And I can't say that we haven't had tough games, which we've had to fight to come to the top. But also it's enabled us to build resilience over time. And I salute my teammates for always being positive. And I'm sure we are giving what are they called?
The other teams that run for their money.
Yeah, run for their money.
People, of course, are asking, is this the season for Aces?
We believe we are dominating the league as per the standings right now. And that is not the end, because we have playoffs coming up. And so far we have 3 games to finish the regular season, which are really tough games. We are yet to play the defending champions, KPA at home, which will be I know it will not be an easy match, but we are up for the task. And basically, I think with time, we'll know.
Things will fall in place.
For sure.
Tony, how's this season been for Shields?
The season has been upbeat. We've had some tremendous wins. We've taken a couple of losses as well. Currently, we are standing at position 6th on the log. We have 4 games remaining. And we are upbeat. We are confident that the 4 remaining games, we are going to perform well, so that we are in a good position. You know, in the standings, during the playoffs, it depends where you are standing, so that you get to play and stay longer. If you meet a very tough team, the first game, then you're knocked out. So we're really trying to really perform, train well, prepare ourselves well, so that this time round, unlike the previous season, where we were knocked out in the first round, we want to go a step further. Our mantra is we build it as a cathedral, which is brick by brick. It is not,
brick by brick. And also we are joined by Coach Maurice Obilo. Also, most people know him as Coach Obi. Good to have you in studio, Coach. How are you?
I'm very good, thank you.
Yes, just before you joined us, as Celia said, his season yenu. What do you have to say?
We're in the Premier League and we are competing for the title as any other team. So we're definitely working towards to better our team, to be able to actually compete and win the Premier League. So of course, yes, as any other team, we are going for the championship.
Going for the championship. Celia, you've played for quite a number of teams in the country. I mean, what does it mean, or what impact does it have when you play for, one of the biggest brands in the country?
I'd say having a big brand backing you is very important, because with that we get to have structure, we get mentorship, and we always have a fallback plan in case things are not going well. And I salute the bank for always supporting us. Be it the facilities that we have really standard basketball courts that will train us, and basically playing for a brand is a big thing, and you can only move from a big brand to a bigger brand.
Definitely. Tony, last season, you were knocked out of first round of the playoffs. What probably have you learned? The season is normally long, and most people say that when we get into the playoffs, that is now when the basketball really begins. What have you learned that probably with the few 6 remaining games, you hope that after you get into the playoffs, you will change that and probably push up from where you left last season in the playoffs?
Okay, so Robinson, for us, it's the mental toughness, the ability to just stick in it until the very end.
Yes.
I think having been there previously in our maiden season, probably we were a bit excited, and that is normal.
Yeah.
But as you progress, and we say basketball is, you keep learning every other time. So for us, it's about beyond the physical preparation, we're also trying to toughen up mentally to ensure that this time round, we're actually able to show up physically, but above that, we're also mentally able to stay in it and go a step further from last season's performance.
Yeah, she's, of course, going from a step further from last season. Coach Obi, I mean, you see, when you talk about a coach who's worked, with some of the experienced players that we have in the country, you have a team that has lots of experience. How is it leading that team?
I can say it's not really challenging because most of the kids in the team are people I've worked with before. So it's not challenging at all. It's just to get them to understand what we want to achieve, get them to understand the system. It is my first season.
Yes.
They're like 4 or 5 months old in the team. So as for now, I can say that we are doing quite okay. We are doing quite okay, and we really love the support of the bank that the bank is giving us, and that is why we are at where we are today, standing at number 2. Yes.
Celia, still, let's talk about experience. Most people in your team will look to you, when things are not moving right. People will look to you, and they expect you to do the magic. And outside that, people will look at you for leadership. Does that, put pressure on you as one of the most experienced basketball players, female basketball players that we have in the country?
Yes, it puts good pressure actually, because it shows that my teammates who are maybe younger than me entrust me to lead them to the right direction, and also it makes me like grow personally, be it in sports, be it in my personal life, and I'm sure there's apart from leadership, there's trust that comes with that, because most players. Whenever you come into a team, you're a rookie, you find someone who's been there maybe for a while. Some shield and fall, but personally, I always try to encourage my teammates to put in work, because without putting in the work, there's no results.
Without putting work, there's no results. Tony, you spoke about, there's a culture that you are trying to cultivate at the Shields. But also, you have players that have to balance between work and basketball. How do you manage that? There are players that, hey, coach, leo stafika maze. Kesho, same thing. The following day, same thing. How do you manage that? That, you have to make sure they balance work, still, and also play basketball, because we know our basketball is not yet pro, it's semi-pro. Yes.
For us, what we hold as a culture is over and above what we're able to do together as a team whenever we meet. We also do encourage players, individual players, to also create time for their own personal development. On average, we spend about 2 hours, 3 times a week. And if you compare that to some of the other teams in the league that are probably performing better than us, or relatively better than us, they are spending longer, and that results in better performance. So for us, our approach is over and above what we do collectively on the court. We try to encourage members, other team members, to embrace the culture of individual work. When you're not on court, probably at home, do some extra push-ups. Go for that morning run, take some extra shots, so that by the time we are regrouping on the court, individually everyone has put in a little extra work. So that even if probably Anthony is off on Monday and Tuesday, but then I'm able to put in 6 kilometers on Monday, another 5 probably on Tuesday. By the time I rejoin the team, I'm not left behind. It's a scenario where nobody is left behind. So collectively, we move along, as opposed to someone missing practice, and on the day of the game, that shows on the court.
Yes, Coach Obi, I know you've worked with a number of players in the country, and something I would want to know from you, now that you know you've been with the Aces for 4 months, do you feel like you've already achieved what you had set for yourself as a coach and what you'd set out for the team?
I can say we are almost there. We're almost what we wanted to achieve this season. The season is still, we are remaining with 3 games to the end of the normal season. So our target is still the same, to stay in the top 4. And that was our target from the beginning. As we have already mentioned that we train only 3 days. And 3 days, we're playing against the teams are professional teams that they do just play basketball. They train more days than us, but that's not an excuse. With our 3 days, the hours we put in, we'll just definitely put on the competition that is needed to actually go for the title.
Do you share the court on the days of training?
No. We have different 2 courts.
Oh, different courts. I thought you share the courts, and then I wanted to ask, like, you know, what advice do you normally give Tony? Because now he's on the other side. But now that we are there, I know you share ideas.
Yes.
Yeah. What normally do you tell him? Because he has a young team in the league as compared to yourself, who's been around for some time. Yes.
Yeah. As you said already, it's more of a player development. We need the players to understand themselves, understand the game, understand what the mission for the team. And I believe with time, they're going to pick it up. We started very well. We just dropped it sometime like 1 month ago, which is something that is correctable. So I believe in the next games that are remaining, we're going to do well. And the same with the Shield. We want them to remain in the top 4. Yes.
Celia, Coach Obi has said that, you know, the target is the top 4, and I know you've already played Equity.
Not yet.
Not yet. But you have Equity, you have KPA, and if you know the target that you set goes through, what will success mean for Aces outside the court?
I mean, success will mean that next season we'll have to push harder because we cannot go any lower. And with the team that we have a pretty young team. We are, of course, we are well balanced, I'd say, and it will be a good thing for everyone, especially the youngest players. There are those who just came out from school and job hunting.
Yeah.
So I think it will be a very good achievement on each individual.
Coach Tony, we've seen how Nairobi City Thunder has revolutionized basketball in the country. And, you know, most people now are looking at basketball as, you know, it can be, you know, it can put food on your table. Yeah. You know, as Shields, are you looking to go that way? Like, you know, this can now, in the future, not necessarily next year, but probably 10 years to come or 5 years to come, you want Shields to be on a level that everybody in Africa will be talking about Shields?
That is correct. We were having a discussion a couple of weeks ago, and one of the things that came up strongly was the quality of the setup. By the setup, I mean the league itself, the infrastructure, the basketball courts, and also the player development. Because what you feed in is what comes out on the other side. So if you're able to have a scenario where we develop or nurture talent from a younger age, because the scenario in Kenya right now is such that players begin developing a passion for the sport at a fairly older age.
Mostly in high school.
Yes, mostly in high school.
Yeah.
But you see, outside of this setup, most players actually start development at a very younger age. So that by the time they get to high school, these people are now aspiring to play in the G League outside the country. Some of them even have their vision set for EuroLeague probably, and even the NBA. So for us, it's for us to, at a policy level, to probably see this as something that, as you've rightly put it, can actually enable younger players coming up to earn a living. Okay? So after high school, where do you go? After college, where do you go next? Or even after high school through college, somebody is put in a system where they're earning something and they're also developing their career. Because sport is a lucrative industry outside there. The same can be done in Kenya. It can be replicated, and it needs the support of all the stakeholders. Yes, so it can be done. And for us at Stanbic, we see this happening, not in the 10 years. We see it happening probably in a few years, because as Celia mentioned, we have the infrastructure, the commitment is there. We have the leadership of the bank is behind the sport. So it's just a matter of just evolving that now.
It's just a matter of when.
It's just a matter of when, not if. Exactly.
Yes, Coach Obi, there's something that Coach Tony has said, that is player development. And now that you know you're working with the Aces, in terms of women's basketball in the country, are we headed in the right direction?
Yeah, as for now, we can say that for sure, to be honest, the development has slowed down a little bit. There's a little bit of a big gap between the guys who are 30 and the guys who are 20, 21 years old. There was a big gap in between. And that is going to actually, it was already slowing the game down. So it's going to go down for like maybe 2 years before we come back to where we were before. Because you can even see, even at the international level, we are not doing quite okay. And just because of that gap. Now we are doing away with the senior players getting in the younger one, but they were not prepared to get. So the development, guys who are doing development are not very many, and also the support at that level is not that much. So that's what I can say. But in the next 2-3 years, because we have pretty good kids at the high school level, I believe we bridge the gap. Yes.
So are you doing away with Celia?
Not yet.
Not yet. Celia, of course, the same question. What do you think we should improve on in player development, especially when it comes to girls and women who are in basketball?
Okay, for women in sports, I would like to call upon those who came before us, because right now I can assume maybe some of them have families, they have businesses. So I understand that they came before us, and with that they can come back to mentor our young girls. And also for us who are here now, we have the mandate to uphold the standards that were set before us. And if anything we can do better is to raise the standards. And for those who are coming behind us, you gotta put in the work, because nothing will come easy. Yeah.
So 17 out of 19 games won. Are you winning the league? We are wrapping up. Are you winning the league?
We are very positive we will.
Coach Obi, are you winning the league?
We will give it our best. It's our first season, so we're not going to give ourselves a lot of pressure.
Yes, Coach Anthony, of course, warned me earlier that no, they're still young, so we should cut them some slack.
Yes.
But definitely you will go into the playoffs with the aim of getting somewhere.
Yes, getting somewhere, doing one better than the previous season. It's about improvement. If you go back and come out the same point you came out last year, then if it's being audited, then somebody will probably say there's no improvement. If you can go either a step or 2 steps forward, then I think that will be good progress. And as a team, we'll get the encouragement and the conviction that we can actually close this season on a high and begin the next one on an even higher note.
Thank you very much, of course, our Coach Anthony Aura, as well as Coach Maurice Obilo and Celia Okumu for making time to come and talk to us about, of course, Stanbic Aces as well as Stanbic Shields, and what the expectations are and how the season has been so far. Of course, we are wishing you well. Definitely we'll be there during the playoffs and see what Coach Tony has said, as well as Maurice and Celia said, you are winning this. So we'll be keeping an eye on that. Thank you very much for making time. That is, we want to take a short break. When we come back, we'll be getting to Kesavi Games. And aside from Kesavi Games, it will be about the English Premier League. That will be in a bit.